Newcastle United versus Leeds at Ellen Road. Who's going to start? What will the formation be? And who do we think is going to win? Let's find out. Tuning into this NUFC versus Leeds preview. First things first, if you could like and subscribe, that will go a long way in helping grow the community of followers. It means you'll get a notification every time I release a new video, and the more people that follow, I'll be able to do more giveaways, more prizes, and it'll just be all around better for everyone, so that would be great if you could. Now, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to look at Leeds for this game. We're going to look at their lineup. They're fresh off a 2-1 defeat to West Ham. They're on not great form compared to what people thought they were going to be on. And if we look at the team, they're currently, it looks like they're going to continue to be without Koch, Brody, Forshaw and Llorente, which are big misses for Leeds. And I think not that it would have taken away from their play, because they are good. They're a good team, and Bielsa has them set up strategically well, and we know exactly what we're going to get from them, don't we? So just a thought that we know that they're missing out on those players. This is actually a midweek game though, so a little fact is Leeds won 14 out of their midweek games that they played last season in the Championship. We'll find out if that's got any relevance to this game. Personally, I don't think it will. I think it's going to go one of two ways, which I'll come to later. But yeah, Bielsa, bit of poor form at the moment. Let's hope that form continues going into us. Yes, they can attack. So what I would expect to see as a Newcastle fan watching this game is I'd probably expect to see Bamford up top, and then I'd expect to see Harrison on the left, similar to the last game, and Rafinha on the right. I'll put a picture of the expected lineup based off the last one just here so you can have a look. Yeah, so that's their team. Expect them to be attacking, expect them to come straight at us, and expect us to have to defend, because I can't see any other way around it. It's going to be a tough game. But that being said, moving on to Newcastle United, fresh from a 2-1 win to West Brom, where we played actually attractive football for a change. I'm sure some of you will agree. Steve Bruce would have been absolutely loving that one. I don't know how much that had to do with him, but I'm not going to go on a Steve Bruce brigade right now, because that's not what this is about. We're going to talk about the team. So, we've got no ASM. Well, we didn't, and I can't expect. I would be very sure that we will not see ASM in this next game. No ASM, Fraser, Lascelles or Fernandez. So our two main centre backs. That being said, we still played quite well at times against West Brom, but they were a big miss. What would be great, I would love if they were fit enough to be on the bench, but I'm not sure. It's only been 3 days since the last game. 4 days tomorrow. Whether or not that's changed enough for them to be able to play, we will find out. But one thing I will say is, based on that last performance, I would expect to see a very similar team to what goes out. So here's the team that we played against West Brom. So looking at that, you've got Darlow, we've got Wilson, Jolin, Almiron and Ritchie on the wings. You had Lewis in left back, and we had Kraft in right back. Now, this isn't a review of the last game, but there's instantly some changes that I would probably make there to try and make that bit better. I thought Lewis, he actually came back from recovering from COVID, so he could do with a bit of a rest. You've got Kraft, who at times he just wasn't, I don't know if it's Bruce or if it's just Kraft, but he was just zonal marking. He wasn't aware of where his players were, and it's very much the same for what led to West Brom's goal. Jamal Lewis wasn't really paying attention to the player and more where he was, and that's how they managed to get in front and get that goal to make it 1-1. Luckily, we got Dwight Gale came on and got the winner, but I would change those two players. I would probably keep Hayden in centre-back. He played really well. It was a man-of-the-match performance. Clark was solid alongside him. A couple of instances where it could have been better, but no complaints. Joe Linton is improving every single game. I can't see how people wouldn't agree. And it's great to have Dwight Gale back. So that's the lineup that we played against West Brom and we won 2-1, I would make a couple of changes. I would be bringing Richie in at left back instead of Jamal Lewis, give him a break. I would then be putting in right midfield Jacob Murphy. I would then be leaving Joe Linton and Callum Wilson up front. I'm running a number 10 role and keep Shelby and Longstaff in the middle for that little bit of creative passing. But I don't think he will do that, but that is my preferred lineup here. Now, based on let's look at what we think overall for a performance. I think Newcastle are probably going to lose. I think Leeds might be, it depends. Leeds can't finish. At the moment, they can't finish. So if we can defend well, and we can either get them on a counter-attack, or we can be more clinical in front of goal, then there's no reason why we couldn't win by one, maybe nick a 1-0 win. Either that, or both defences could be absolutely shocking, and we could see like a 2-2, 3-3, but we'll see. Yeah. Now, before I go, if you're a Newcastle fan, if you've got any comments who you think is going to win, leave it down below. I would just like to say, if you get me on Twitter, it's @JamesInExtra. I might pop it on here. We'll see what happens. And what you can do is you can, every new NUFC match game, I do an NUFC predictor league, guess the first goal scorer, guess the correct score, guess the minute of the first goal, and you get 3 points, 2 points, or 1 point for each of those, so you can get up to 6 points per game. The top of the league is only on 10 points, so if you do well against Leeds and you do well against Fulham, you could actually be top of the league. Easy as that. So get me on Twitter, you'll get any more info. But for now, come on the tune, be kind, be safe, and come on the tune.